We're gonna go ahead and do the machine composition on a Vision V4 Combo Plus, same as Vision V3 and Vision V5 newer models. The machine composition is what links the selection numbers that we see on the trays, like the 11, 12, 13, 21, 22, and so on, to an actual physical channel or cable that is located in the tray. Okay, first I'm going to show what cables and what connections I'm going to be talking about. Okay, here we're going to go ahead and take this panel off real quick. First I'm going to go ahead and power off the machine. We'll remove this little screw, make sure the elevator is all the way down, and we lift up and turn the panel on its side to remove this panel. The tray connectors are these located on the cabin, starting from number 18 on the top, then you got 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, and number 11. It is capable of holding, the machine is capable of holding up to 8 trays. Right now we have a configuration of only 7 trays, therefore we have 1 spare connector. Okay. The other connectors that we're going to be talking about are the connections on the trays, which are these actual physical connectors that connect to the motors. Each individual one starts with the number 1 on the left hand side, then the second one, even though it's not connected, is number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to explain how these selection numbers are linked to the channel numbers. When doing machine composition, each tray has up to 7 possible connectors. On the back of the tray, like I said, like I showed before, from number 1 to number 7. These connections are all connected to one connector on the tray itself and then connected to the cabin. This connection that goes to the cabin, or the main tray harness, it can be connected to any of the 8 possible connections on the machine cabinet, starting from number 11 at the bottom, going up to number 18. Okay? In a Combo Plus configuration, similar to this, we have only 7 connections used, and we have 1 that's not being used. So how does this work? For example, on the first tray under the machine, all the way on the top, we have, for example, this first connector connected to selection number 11. Again, these are selection numbers, physical numbers that the people select. This is selection number 12. Let's say that it happens to be number 4, and number 13, number 7. Again, these selections, above it's going to be an extractor, and this is the physical cable connected to that extractor. Alright? Supposing that this tray is connected to connection number 18, okay? Connection to number 18, then this will make this channel number 18, and then the last digit will be the 1. This will be 18, and then number 4. And this will be 18 and number 7. When we're doing machine composition, it's important to know that if the channel is not connected, or the tray is not connected, the machine will not allow you to program that channel. So we're going to go ahead and go to the machine right now and do a sample program. When doing machine composition, what I like to do is I like to make a chart that resembles the machine layout of all the products, like so. Alright, here in this chart you're going to see that I have all the same selection numbers, and below the line I'm going to leave the space where I'm going to go ahead and enter the actual channel numbers. Alright, we're first going to go ahead and get into the programming mode of the machine, pressing the door switch inside the door and the programming button inside the door, pressing the start key, pressing the start key, and we're going to look for machine composition. Once we're in machine composition, we're going to go ahead and press A to enter. And we have three options. 1 to program, 2 to check, and C to delete. We're going to go ahead and go over the deleting passwords. Password 9972. If we enter 9972 after we press the C, which is to delete, here 9972, what this does is going to delete the whole entire machine composition, meaning all the linking it has from the channels to the selection numbers, it's all going to be wiped out. If you want to delete several or one in particular, channel linking, meaning the linking from a selection number to a particular motor or channel, we're going to go ahead and enter code 232323. Okay, 2323 erases one particular channel. Example, I'm going to enter here 2323, and it's going to tell you to enter the channel you want to erase. We'll go ahead and erase 111. Hit A, and it's erased. Alright. To check if that was erased, I know for a fact that channel 111 is selection number 71. So I'm going to go here and check, see, press number 71, and it says selection not available, meaning it's erased. Alright. Alright. And the other password under the deleting option is code 1212. 1212 deletes all non-associated channels, meaning in the event that we went to a machine to reconfigure it and all we did was remove channels and remove selection numbers, we enter code 1212 and it's going to delete from memory anything that is not currently connected. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and first delete everything. 9972. Okay. Now to program, what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit button number 1. Okay. And we're going to start with the selection numbers. We're gonna start from the top left hand corner. It's selection number 11. Now it's gonna tell me to choose a channel. Okay. We know from the board before that we have 8 possible connections, starting from connector number 18 on the upper left hand corner of the cabin, going down to number 11. So we're going to assume that this is connected in that connector. In the event that that connection is not being used, the machine will not allow you to enter the number for that channel. So we're going to start with number 18. Okay, so 18 appeared on the display, meaning that connection is available. And since it's our first tray, that's where it is connected. And then the actual connector or channel for this particular tray, since we're going from left to right, the first available one will be number 1. So we put in button number 1 and it does go in. So we go ahead and save it with letter A. So we programmed number 11 to 181. I'm gonna go ahead and here in my chart, I'm gonna write number 181. That way I don't lose track. We're gonna press C to go back. We're gonna go ahead and enter our next selection number 12. And normally we'll go ahead and try our next available channel. So we did 181. We're still using connection 18 because it's for that tray. So we're going to go ahead and enter 182. The 2 did not go in, meaning that that connector is not being used or it's not connected. So we keep going and we skip to the next one. 183. Nope. 184. 184 is connected. Okay. So that's where it appeared. We're going to hit A to save. We're going to write it down. 184. We're going to go C to go one step back and try the next one. It'll be selection number 13. In selection number 13, we already used 184, so we're going to go ahead and go to 185. That did not go in, so we do 186. 186 went in, so we press A to save. We're going to write it down, and we're done with the first tray. Press C to go back. Now, we're going to go ahead and enter a new selection number. Next tray will be selection number 21. And the channel number, assuming we use number 18, the next one below will be 17. It's the next possible connector. So 17 came up on the display, meaning that is connected. So we go ahead and enter our first number, button number 1, which is the channel all the way on the left hand side. Okay, so that went in. We're going to go ahead, press A to save. We're going to write here 171. Press C to go back. A new selection number will be selection number 22. Again, I'm going exactly by how my machine is configured and by the chart that I have. So I used 171 already, so I'm going to try 172. 172 does not go in. 173, no, 174, that goes in. Press A, save it, and move on to the next one. And so on. If we go to a next channel, and let's say number 16, because we're in the next following tray, does not go in, then we go ahead and try the next available tray connection, which will be 15, just like we do with the channels for the actual trays. All right. Once you're done configuring your machine, you want to go ahead and to check your machine composition, making sure that you did not double program or you skipped one. You can always check it. So we're going to go ahead and press C. We're going to press 2 to check. And we're going to enter a selection number. Let's say number 11. That's going to say associated with channel 181. Let's see number 12. Associated with channel 184. And so on. Like I mentioned before, our erasing passwords are 9972 to delete the entire machine, 2323 and 1212 to delete all non-associated channels or all channels that are already not connected. In the event you press a selection number and 2 channel numbers come up, you can go ahead and you can enter code 2323 and delete only the channel number that is not being used.